going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're playing Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. This is a free-to-play game on the PlayStation and PC. We're going to be trying out the beta for the duos team deathmatch. This is going to be super cool. Each team gets up to 40 lives. So it's going to be like Battlefield where there's a ticket system. We're going to be focusing on a certain amount of classes today. We got the Enforcer, the Siren, and the Prowler that we're going to be mainly focused on. Each character has like their own intro animation, just so you guys are aware. Now, when you first start playing this game, one thing to keep in mind, vampires do not get along with water at all. So if you happen to find yourself in water, there might be a little bit of things that come and try to eat you immediately. But now that he's done, we're going to actually be able to show off some of our abilities here. Now the Enforcer, he has basically a small push ability, which he's able to teleport himself maybe about 10-15 feet. He has a invulnerability move, which makes it so he's not able to actually take any damage, but he can attack, so it's sort of a trade-off. If you happen to get a katana in the game, however, you are going to be able to deflect bullets just like Deadpool in X-Men, so that's a super cool feature. Most of the melee weapons have some unique abilities. There's a two-handed sword that actually does roughly about the same amount of stuff that you can do, so that's a really nice feature. The guns in the game handle really well at close range. However, once you get a little bit further range, there's only going to be the sniper that's good. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be mostly a mid to close range fighting experience that I've found so far. Some characters are better at pushing compared to others. The Enforcer is just going to be a basic one. Once we get to some of the later characters, you'll be able to see some of the other abilities that they're able to do. I will say though, katanas are definitely my favorite in the game. They can definitely slice up some vampires. Now, playing as the Prowler, he has a bad ability which is able to detect things as well as go invisible for a short time. But we're going to save him for later. Heading back over to our other character, this guy has a ability to push a force field and do a super jump. This is going to be the Brute. We don't necessarily have too much playtime on this, but just wanted to show off a little bit of his gameplay. So he's able to run up over here, throw his shield, and basically squish that dude into the wall. Thankfully, we had a teammate around the corner that was able to help him out. This game is going to be a little bit darker compared to some of your other games, so it's super easy to run past somebody. There is a class in the game called Sirens. They are basically able to turn into a gigantic light bulb that blinds you. So you gotta be super careful. See that move where it's like white all around him? If we had actually been looking at him just like Medusa, we'd be completely blind for a short period of time. So that's actually a super strong class if you like to push with like a shotgun, for example. They do have marksman rifles, which are about good on the mid-tier range. So let's go and check out the Siren. This guy, he's actually pretty cool. So the Siren has a teleport ability, which is basically able to make a mimic of himself, and then he teleports over to it, as well as a ability to blind people. This is the move to blind people. You see the white haze on his face. It doesn't actually blind you, which is good to know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you think you're doing here? For the most part, even the pistols in this game are actually relatively balanced. I'm very impressed with this game, even though they claim it's a beta. There is also a Battle Royale mode, just so you guys are aware. However, I found the Team Deathmatch mode a little bit funner. But we might check that out in a later video. So for weapons, basically there's going to be the AKs, there's going to be the light machine guns, marksman rifles, snipers, swords, pistols, revolvers. You got a pretty good mix around everything. This is the Prowler invisible move. It basically turns into a cloud. And he also has a skin to make him look like Voldemort from Harry Potter, which is pretty fitting since he turns into the same sort of cloud like in the movies. Now his bad ability, basically you're able to throw a ping location on the map and everybody inside of your team is able to see that. If we were doing Battle Royale, it would just be you and your friends. However, since we're in the match with teammates, everybody in the entire map can see it, which is pretty cool. Now, one thing I will say, this game is actually geared towards getting rid of campers since everything is so close range, and a lot of the moves actually have it so you can teleport away relatively easily. So you can actually sit here and have a match where you're trying to get some health, you might be able to teleport away, you can pop a blood pack and get yourself a little bit of extra health. Do that, you hold right on the D-pad if you are on a keyboard or controller. same with renewing your shields and stuff like that in any typical battle royale. Now the crossbows, they actually shoot a glass cloud, but they are pretty powerful. And even the dual pistols, you'll notice that guy says immune because he used his one ability from the Enforcer, but we were still able to tear through him. This is where the swords come into play, being able to block tons of bullets, which is super nice. It does have a cooldown though, so you can't sit there and spam it if you guys are curious, which I think everything's actually relatively well balanced. Got one more dude around the corner here. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. Let me know if you guys want to see live streams of this game. If you do, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.